Hi, I'm Thomas Mucha, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use generative AI tools for text summarization. I will demonstrate few approaches, ranging from the most basic ones through tailored summarization all the way to advanced summarization prompts. Alright, let's start with text summarization. And now, other than just simply summarizing a text that we can provide in the prompt, we are going to be using an external file, and there will be some interesting things happening here as well. So first, I will just briefly show you the document that we'll be summarizing. This is not maybe the latest and freshest document, but this is not the most important thing. We are looking at an implementation guide for a quality management system, ISO 9001. From 2015. This document has 31 pages. It's in PDF. You can see there are different sections and explanation about this process. Okay, we don't need to go through the whole document, but you get an idea of how the content looks like. So first, I will just ask Bard to summarize this document, and I provide a link to a location where Bard can access this file. So here you can see this is a very brief summary. What is interesting here is that now Bard could access a file that is externally located, but I think there's another way to request this summary that you can see how this type of generative models can get access to documents that you might be working with. So in this case, we are going to be asking Bard to summarize a file that is located on my Google Drive. We can just ask it to summarize a file and say that it's in my drive. So the tool should figure out where exactly that file is located. So let's see how that goes. So you can see that Google Bard was able to access my workspace and find this file, and now it has provided us a more detailed summary. You can see the steps that you went through. So it was first looking for documents, and then it went through the content of the PDF file. So this is a generic summary, which I think gives an overview of this document. I wanted to show you still that you can ask it to tailor a summary, so you can interact with the outputs of this this type of process and guide it to provide a summary with a certain specific focus. So in this case, let's assume that we're interested in a perspective that would be valuable for sales team. So we can ask it to provide another summary that is tailored specifically for sales management team. So here you can see that while the content is in some ways a summary of the document that we provided in the prompt, it is really targeting here the perspective that could be interesting for a sales team. So really this can help us in let's say promoting the idea or tailoring the message about this ISO 9001 standard specifically for the sales management. So that it really emphasizes here the benefits for the sales team. All right, but this is still maybe a relatively basic way of prompting a large language model. And I wanted to show you that you can also be more elaborate with your prompts and guide it to perform actions that are a little bit more complex. So I will still be using the example of providing a summary, but now I will have a more complex request. So what you can see here, or at least part of it at once, is a more elaborate prompt that is asking for a summary that will be conducted in a few rounds of analysis. And it is using certain logic to, well, first, on a high level, the idea is to provide this kind of summaries that will be in each round expanded or in a way increased in richness, in the density of information. And we are asking the model to first identify some of the key entities. So these are the concepts or ideas that are presented in the document that is being summarized, and then write a summary that covers these entities. Then we are providing some information about what will be happening in the subsequent rounds. So there will be new entities identified in every round of updating this summary, and these new entities or new ideas, concepts from the article that is being summarized should follow certain requirements. So they need to be relevant, specific, novel, faithful, meaningful, and they can be anywhere in the document. And these are the guidelines of how the summaries should look like, and how the updating process of the summaries should be happening. So, of course, because we are limiting the length of the statement, so the summary cannot be getting longer. Rather, we want a more verbose language and fillers to be replaced with more informative, so increasingly rich, highly dense content. So let's see. I will copy this type of chain of logic prompt to Bard, and let's see how it performs. Right, so we are asking it again to look at the same PDF file, and let's run it. So first, looking on the high level, you can see that it is following the high level guidelines. So it, in every round of analysis, it's identifying the important entities that were not included in the previous summary. Of course, in the first round, there was no previous summary. So these are some of the key ideas that the model identified. And then it's creating a summary that is based on these key entities or key concepts. And then in the second round, it identifies new additional entities or ideas that need to be included in the summary, and then it's updating this summary. It actually looks like it's actually completely rewriting the summary. And then it's happening 4 times, 4 rounds. So with this kind of prompt, you can see or you can gain insight into a document from multiple perspectives or multiple depths at once. So this illustrates a bit more complex capabilities, reasoning capabilities of large language models. And these capabilities can be very powerful in assisting in this kind of one-off or creative assignments. There are two reasons why text summarization is important in business context. Number one, reading, summarizing text, generating insights from text is deeply rooted in many business processes and activities. For example, in many situations, we wouldn't be able to successfully communicate with colleagues, negotiate contracts, or, for example, do market research if we couldn't efficiently and effectively summarize text. Number two, with the increasing capabilities to transcribe video and audio into text, as well as textually describe videos and images, we will have increasingly more and more textual data to work with, text that needs to be summarized, and text from which we want to extract insights from. This means that overall, whether we are thinking about business success today or business success in the future, the power of generative AI tools to summarize text might be an important ingredient of success.